Can you imagine an iPhone that folds? A foldable iPhone? The iPhone Fold, according to many analysts, could be the next iPhone that Apple might introduce. And for several years now, there have been rumors that Apple has been working for a long time on a foldable model, an iPhone Fold. In fact, for several years now, literally years, I've been telling you about this possible iPhone. But according to analysts, the next iPhone, the iPhone 18, the iPhone Air 2 could be accompanied, or rather, the upcoming iPhones could be joined by a new iPhone, which would be the iPhone Fold, and it might be called the iPhone Ultra. So stay until the end so you can find out all about this, everything you need to know about the iPhone Fold. What stage is it at? If we could see it next year, remember, technology doesn't have to be complicated or boring. Enjoy straightforward, friendly tech content. Subscribe if you haven't already and turn on the notification bell. We're back with everything. You know what I'm about to say? Grab a drink while you watch this video and let me know what you're having. You know I'm going for a good coffee. Oh, how I love coffee. I went for an espresso. Tell me, what do you drink while you watch this video? According to some analysts, we might finally see the foldable iPhone next year in 2026 around September or so. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it could be released along with next year's new iPhones. The new iPhones just launched, but the iPhone Fold might debut soon. And this week, several analysts are bringing the news back up. They even say that Apple is already working with display suppliers to achieve the best quality at the time of its launch. And one of them could be Samsung, since Samsung has already been in the market for several years. To be exact, they entered in 2019 with the Z Fold. And when Apple enters a new market, usually it's either the first to do it, and if it wasn't the first, it lets others do it first. They study the best and worst of each of these products so that when they come out with the product they believe is the perfect product. And actually, a very interesting recent study says that the foldable market, meaning phones that fold, grew by 56%. More or less in the United States during 2025, so Apple is aware that there are already several customers, it's no longer a new market, and that there are several potential consumers for the foldable iPhone, the iPhone that folds. Which brings me to the next point. According to several analysts, we still don't know the name of this possible iPhone, but there are patents registered by Apple where they show a model. The possible name could even be iPhone 18 Ultra. It might just be called iPhone Ultra, since, as seen with the Apple Watch, Ultra models have the most features. It could also be called iPhone Fold or iPhone Foldable or simply iPhone 18 Pro Fold. Or God knows, what is Apple thinking of naming this iPhone? I believe it will likely succeed since the market already has some presence. Now, there are several analysts telling us otherwise. We shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. The iPhone Fold likely won't debut in 2026, but could arrive in 2027 or even as late as 2028. Take a moment and tell me, when do you think the iPhone Fold will be released? I read your comments and replied to all of them. According to several analysts, they say it could have a screen very similar to the current iPad mini. If it's unfolded, we could have a fully flexible, low-temperature polycrystalline oxide organic light-emitting diode screen, and everything points to Samsung being the one to manufacture it, as well as an edge-curved screen. This screen could be organic light-emitting diode, that's what most analysts are telling us, and this iPhone could have face identification embedded under the screen. This would definitely be a completely new technology, being able to put the sensors under the screen. We've already seen it in other phones where there are sensors for the web. Fingerprint sensors under the screen, even some cameras, but for Apple it would be completely new. Can you imagine an iPhone with a full screen without the camera holes? I think that would be awesome, and I think it's about time. I really believe 2026 will be the moment for the iPhone Fold. There are already several players. There's Samsung with the Galaxy Fold. There's Honor with the Magic 5, which is the thinnest or one of the thinnest. That folds. There's Google with the Pixel. There's Huawei, even with a triptych now, a phone that folds in 3. So I think Apple, please, I know that Tim Cook, if you're watching this video, it's time, please, come on, it's a must. If this phone wants to come out in 2026, the screens have to start being produced in February, March 2026 at the latest, so that this iPhone can be released on time. And many analysts believe that the iPhone Air was a little teaser, so you can see just how thin an iPhone can get. And the iPhone could be very similar when it's unfolded, and when it's folded, the thickness could be very similar to the current iPhone 17 Pro. Other news, also quite talked about, tells us that it could be a combination of aluminum, glass, and titanium. Is it just like the newest iPhones? They use these materials to make it flexible, durable, and support fast charging. The battery is going to be even bigger, all of this, according to Analyst, than the current iPhone 17 Pro, so the battery will surely last a long time. This time, really all day. If you want such a big iPhone, at least the battery should last a lot. As for the cameras, most analysts tell us that it will only have 2 on the back and possibly 1 camera on the front. Several news reports mention a possible A20 chip. This iPhone Fold would have it, as would all iPhone 18 models, including the A20 for the entry-level iPhone 18, and the Pro versions for the iPhone 18 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro Max, and now for the new iPhone Fold, and also possibly for a second version of the iPhone Air. It's still early, but there was a lot of news lately and I wanted to tell you. So if you don't want to miss any videos like these more casual vlogs that I also usually make, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, turn on notifications. I'm Andres Neshudo. Big hug to all. Goodbye.